Hi, this is Marsha Ambrosius speaking.
Marsha, Marsha, we got
How are you, dear?
we
I
gotta
was like,
stop.
oh, I just saw your tweet. It just so happens that it went by and I saw a number. I was like, sure, as I always do.
Marsha, this is it's so funny how this is how we always meet. Welcome back to KEMPIRE Radio.
Thank you for having me again.
First of all, we just played the song, the single "Cold War." Love, love, love it. The video premiered this week.
Thank you.
Can we just talk? Because I tweeted this the other day, and I said, "Thank God for Marsha Ambrosius for making R&B video with a
Aww.
story." Oh my goodness! Can we talk about the
You know
concept?
what? Well, with this concept, I really, I try and push the envelope each and every time I create videos, because nowadays videos can do one or two things. They're just a viral thing that you just see come and go on the internet, or it's the elaborate glam squad where I'm standing on the top of a mountain with an evening gown on, blowing in the wind. And I've always wanted to steer clear of that until that part is necessary. I feel videos are very important to carry across messages through music, and I've never been shy, clearly, with Far Away and late nights and early mornings and even F and Get It Over With. I'm saying something each and every time I attack a video. So with this one, in love, I do go to the extreme in the video, but I've experienced love on a level that I believed in my heart that I would do absolutely anything for this person.
Mm.
And for me, it was a person. In this case, I've seen many people do insane things for all of the wrong reasons. It wasn't for the love. It was for the diamonds. It was for the lifestyle. It was to maintain what they believed they were expected to live up to. It's like an artist that's been successful for years over time, and then they go to desperate measures to recreate that life when no one's checking for them anymore, because they hadn't built an empire surrounding themselves where if you were to fall back, it's like, learning what your parents taught you or your teachers, like have something to fall back on. And if your only thing to fall back on is you can no longer pay for the expensive condo, the person that you're seeing now doesn't want to be with you because you lost all of your limelight and your shine, so I'm stepping away from you. So how desperate would you become? So in this video, clearly this chick got really desperate, and you had no clue where she'd come from. You didn't know that she grew up in the hood or her parents weren't that well off and she'd dated a million drug dealers and seen that type of lifestyle. So when she finally gets it and it's gone, she only has one place to turn, and that's the only place that she knows. And there are so many people nowadays that go to that desperate place all over again just for that moment, and it's cold, and the weather is befitting of this
Yes.
icy cold song that I decided to put out. But that's how it usually works out for me.
Wow, and we love it. Love, love, love it. First of all, if you guys just tuned in, Marsha Ambrosius, for the third time, just calls in. No publicist, no manager, just calls in to KEMPIRE Radio. We appreciate that. Marsha,
Oh, no problem.
I don't know if we had an opportunity to tell you how much we love Late Nights and Early Mornings. That album was the best album of that year.
Oh, thank you.
And we still
I
play it
loved
here on the
it.
show. But
Good, I'm glad.
Marsha, the new album, Lovers and Friends. I was so
Yeah.
excited when you announced this. When is the album,
Oh,
when is the album coming, and how is this different than the last album or any other album?
for me, I'd come clean this album. I've experienced relationships that really opened my eyes and really got me to notice who I really was and who I am and who I'm going to be based on experience in these relationships. And it's that fine line between being a friend or a lover. And I'd had a relationship that crossed that line, and really you could never go back to that. Should you? Because you love that person and they were your friends, but it's very hard when complete lines were crossed. Sexual boundaries out the window and communication gets lost, because if you're no longer together, How am I supposed to just be like, oh, hey, if I see you in the street? No, there's no, oh, hey, there's nothing. Keep it moving. I cannot even look at you to knowing what you used to do to me behind closed doors. So I attacked that angle on this album. I also attacked the person that I knew I couldn't be with them. I was clearly with someone else. They were with someone else, and we moved on with our lives. Yet there's this undeniable chemistry that will never die. It's always like the one person that got away. And I think everyone, whether they want to admit it to themselves or not, has had that. So I attack that angle on here. So I guess I'm just, I've grown up and I've experienced love, and I'm enjoying that. So Friends and Lovers kind of came together really easily. Musically, it's if you thought the first album was sexy, that was actually a toned-down version of the sexiness.
What?
This one kind of has no filter. When the songs like If We Can Get It Over With, and the song on there, I can't even give you the titles, they're that bad. As soon as I get a track listing, you'll be like, okay, clearly I know what that one's about. There's one on there called Where Are My Shoes, which is absolutely, it's the story that we've all lived, and it's the narrative makes it a movie. The whole album feels like one giant movie.
When can we expect album Lovers and Friends?
I'm saying March, April. I think March is usually the March Madness, as the Martians have themed that time of year. So I'm going to somewhere around there, but all in divine time. I'll leave it up to the Lord. Not record companies that say, we'll put it out this day, and then you wait, and then they push you back 2 weeks, and then everyone's mad at you because you said it was coming out March 12th. Well, I'm not going to tell you when it's coming out. Jesus will tell you when it's coming. Okay?
Marsha, it's so funny that you were talking about love and everything like that, because our question of the night has to do with love. How do you know when you're in love? How does Marsha Ambrosius know when she's in love?
When I can't stop thinking about that person, when everything becomes, oh, I just want to call them and tell them that this happened. Like, they're my go-to, they're my muse, they're everything to me. It's not obsessive. It's you find yourself compelled to, you're drawn to that person. It's that emotion. So Fahim of Imprint, I love you. Not really. If he's listening, he's going to die cracking up now. He's still sexy. That's my homie. That's the Friends. See? Friends.
Marsha's
so I know some of my, I'm looking at Twitter, and there's a bunch of people that have tuned in because I tweeted it out that I'm definitely calling you guys. So everyone's going to be tweeting away like, oh, she's so Fahim. No, it's ASAP Rocky. No, I've got like the weirdest crushes going ever in life. It's ASAP Rocky. I can't stop looking at this guy. It's insane. Like, we're signed to the same label, so I was at the label the other day, and I took everything. I took posters of him. I took all the CDs. I took all the the special deluxe package T-shirts. It's terrible. I have the worst crush on ASAP Rocky. Won't go away.
Maybe a possible collaboration in the future.
Oh, who knows? I need him in a video just so I can kiss him in the mouth.
Ooh! We love
just
Marsha.
Like, hey.
Marsha, you really have no filter. We love that.
No, I can't help it. How else do you think I write this music? It doesn't write itself.
Marsha, any collaborations on this album? Who are some of the producers and writers?
Yes, there's a couple of surprise guests. Okay. I'll keep them as surprises until, clearances and deal memos and everything is signed away. Because if I say it and then it doesn't happen, I'm going to be upset. You're going to be upset. And you're going to say, Mark, what happened to that song with such and such? And I'm not going to be able to give you a solid answer. So, with that said, I have production from Dre and Vidal. Of course, did Your Hand, Say Yes, Butterfly. So we have a 13-year-old relationship where we can go in and create great music together. Pot and Oak, who I've worked with for the past 7 years, who are absolutely amazing. Eric Hudson, Diplo, of course, who did Cold War. Who else? Myself. Of course. I did a bunch of things on there. Boy Wonder, who did effing get it over with. I was about to curse on air. I can't.
That's fine.
Not my
It's
fault.
internet radio. We have no filter.
Oh, fuck it then. Do you know how much I've been holding my tongue like, Mark, don't curse, don't curse. I swear that's in the back of my head in every interview. Like, Mark, just don't say anything. Just don't swear. Well, fucking hell, I got that one out then. Thanks. Yeah, fucking get it over with 5 Wonder. And, yeah, I've just been enjoying the ride, man. It's been a wonderful experience to go back in the studio. So I'm so sure and so relieved that I could get this done. So can't wait for you to hear it.
What do you want to do this time around that you haven't done? Because you've done so much. You've written for so many people. What do you want to do now?
Movie scores. Movie scores is my next thing. I've been writing scripts and ideas, screenplays for forever. So I'm going to get out to LA and sell all of my ideas to real screenwriters and directors. And, you know, I have a bunch of active friends that, you know, I can run stuff by, and that'll be my next move, because music and movies go hand in hand. And I've known that for so long and been influenced by that element of things for so long. I think that's why when I finally got to do my own projects, my music marries to an entire visual where the narrative just takes you somewhere else. And I think Far Away pushed the envelope, as well as Late Nights and Early Morning. So with Cold War, stepped up in the notch. Got my homie Michael Williams, Omar from The Wire, Snoop from The Wire, you know, Felicia, and it just it's done something else. So I'm forced to now top myself. I'm not competing with anybody but me. I'm only as good as your last game, so I have to, you know, put up some numbers, get more rebounds, more steals. Yeah, get in the paint. So I'm ready to do that.
Marsha, well, we are excited about the new album. We're definitely excited about Cold War. It's available on iTunes right now, everyone, so make sure you go out and support. And we love, love, love the new video. And, you know, you can just call in anytime you feel like.
Oh, thank you. You know me. I will. I see everything go by, you know, on my days off. When I say days off, this means between, what is it, Friday, 10 o'clock, I have a session at midnight, so, you know, I have free time now. I just made myself some cheesy bread. And then, yeah, I needed it. It's Friday. So, yeah. And then, yeah, so, you know, I'm here. And you've got more than most, because you're the first ones that are actually interviewing me about Cold War and the video, what I really feel. There's only so much you can say on like BET 106 and Park, because, you know, all I think of is kids watching, like these are kids, and like I wanted to, you know, not taking away from, you know, BET have really been adamant on supporting my career from the very beginning, and I'm grateful for that. But this is internet radio where I can get grown with it, and I feel like the dialogue isn't open to real people. It's like I almost have to create a show that dedicates that part of it. Like grown folk, we're looking back at Marvin Gaye albums, or, you know, Smokey, or, you know, Otis Redding, looking back to that for guidance again. And I feel like people are starving for that element of soul to reach you and touch you. So if I have to be one of these people, I need to create a show where we can sit down and really have a real round table with real conversations. And no one has them anymore.
You're right. We were just talking to super producer Harmony. We were talking about what R&B needs nowadays, and he said more honesty, back to, you know, what it used to be. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, almost definitely. Harmony from London, Harmony.
Yeah.
We were. Oh yeah, that's the homie. We did a couple of songs, and he's absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's the honesty is lost, but it doesn't. Sometimes it's not down to the artist. Sometimes things are created and surrounding an artist where you can't say, or you won't say for fear of maybe I'll lose all of this if I stand up and have an opinion. Where, you know, I've created a lane where I'm gonna say it. I'm not in this to, you know, to be agreed with. I just speak my mind. If you agree with it or not, I've said it, and that's how I feel. And I'm all for everyone else's perspective, but not everyone has the blessed opportunity to be that way. So I never take that part for granted, that I can just be myself. And if ever a moment is, you know, where people or my fans feel or Marsha's being fake, or I'm doing this or I'm doing that. No, I do everything with intentions, even lie. I speak still with intention.
Marsha just preaching here tonight. First of all, if you guys just tuned in, this is, of course,
I felt
Kempire
Jesus
Radio
on that one.
Fam.
Jesus said, yes, you human beings, bless you. Yes, that's how I felt.
Marsha Ambrosius is here. First of all, Marsha, before we let you go, thank you for taking the time out for being here. We're excited about the
No
new
problem.
album. You know, a lot of
Me
people,
too.
I guess it's a slow news week. A lot of people are weighing in on Beyonce lip singing at the presidential inauguration. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are, and I was up in arms about everyone making this such a big deal. Now, it's very awkward when you can't explain to people that, one, have never sang a note in their life on live television, where the feed is not only going to the United States live, it's the inauguration, it's going to the world, and live TV audio is awful. So even if she did sing it live, it would have been, well, I can't really hear her, the wind is blowing, there's too many microphones. The feedback from a microphone when you're standing in a setting like that with speakers where they are, the delay on it as an artist, if you've got your earpiece in, you're hearing yourself 5 seconds later. It's a lot of confusion. So to avoid anything like that or hiccups that could possibly happen during a live presidential inauguration, she pre-taped it. Okay.
And she sounded wonderful.
But we're acting like no artist has ever done that before. We're acting like in concerts, if you're doing an entire dance routine that requires you to jump up and down and you want me to sound on key at the same time, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for many, but no one, I guess information is very accessible to the public now. So it's all up in arms like this has never been done before. Like, God forbid Mariah Carey ever lip-synced a live show before. Or, you know, whoever it was going to be. Like, it doesn't matter. Because the public are the public, and they have to attack or believe that they're attacking when this isn't such a bad thing. I'd have much preferred to have seen Beyonce looking as gorgeous as she did on the television, singing the national anthem for the world. In key, on time, sounding beautifully in my speakers. Rather than a whole bunch of microphone feedback and issues and technical problems, and then that would have been the issue. Then it would have, well, why didn't they just re-record it? And then that would have been the argument. So you can't win for losing when you're in a position like you are with Beyonce. She's way too popular, and it had to have been a big deal. So I could care less. I feel less.
And that's from our girl, Marsha Ambrosius. Marsha, thank you so much for calling in. Again, guys, make sure you get her new single, Cold War, now available on iTunes. We're posting it on our Twitter and our Facebook, and Marsha's here. So thank you.
Yes. You're very welcome, guys, just for having me.
And we're excited
and
about the new album.
Let me rant and rave about everything.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff, Marsha.
See.
We appreciate it, Marsha. Have a wonderful night. We're going to play Cold War again just because you called in.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I agree. Marsha, have a wonderful night. We love you.
You too. All right, sweetheart. I love you too.
Everybody,
Bye.
check out Marsha's new single, Cold War, here on KEMPIRE.radio.com.